Today, President Trump puts his legislative plan into action, signing his massive tax cut and spending bill at the White House on the 4th of July, a B-2 bomber joining the pomp and circumstance as it flies overhead. The bill's narrow approval through Congress a huge win for the president and his Republican loyalists.
Do not take for granted what we have been given, this grand experiment in self-governance. We can preserve it, but we got to do it all together.
But getting it passed was controversial from beginning to end, with a few hardline Republicans slamming the bill's price tag. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office estimates Trump's bill will add $3.4 trillion to the national debt in the next decade. The CBO also says some 11.8 million Americans could lose their health insurance coverage because of the bill's steep cuts to Medicaid.
A particular medicine that I take, I was told by the pharmacy costs like $3,000. So how would I be able to, afford that without the supplement of Medicaid?
Still, Trump praising the bill's $4 trillion in tax cuts, which will largely go to the wealthiest Americans. He also touted his no taxes on tips and overtime pay policy now put into action, as well as additional funding for border security.
Not one Democrat voted for us, and I think we use it in the campaign that's coming up, the midterms, because we got to beat them.
The midterm elections now about a year away, but for both parties, with spending bill in hand, the race is already on.
After Project 2025 comes Project 2026. And you will have an opportunity to end this national nightmare.
Texas lawmakers are reacting to the passage of President Trump's giant spending bill, revealing a very deep political divide over its impact. Democratic Congressman Lloyd Doggett slamming that bill, saying so many Republican colleagues seem to believe that their most important role is clicking their heels and saluting Trump. He criticized GOP lawmakers for falling in line like automatons, basically robots, to support what he says is a bill that breaks the president's promise. He adds that the legislation is less about policy and more about power. Meantime, Governor Abbott praised the bill, calling it a big win for Texas. He says Texas will finally get reimbursed for the billions we spent on securing the border when the Biden-Harris administration refused.